How you going? Still stuck in half Australian after watching the Baba jerk in my last video. So, if you hated that, you can leave already. How do I look today? Do I look the same as I always do? You can tell something's different. I know you can. I picked up some Laura Geller Baked Bounce and Brighten Color Correcting Foundation, Baked Bronze and Brighten Multi-Purpose Bronzer. How do we like it? When I first put this on, I was like, is it even doing anything? It was kind of like magic. It's a little bit, so like I'm not used to being so matte. I wouldn't say that it's like really cake. It's not cakey at all, but it is matte. I've been using this, and I was like, today I can't stand to smell like a pina colada air freshener. So I pulled out the Pretty Fresh from Colourpop. This just smells like moisturizing factors. Which to me smells like the beer distributor. Really brings me back to my childhood. The day that I bring it out, I decide that I'm gonna wear a powder foundation. So I had to smell like pina colada air freshener anyway, so that I can be a little bit more glowy. And I think I like the bronzer. It's not orange. It has pink in it. But people really love this. And it wasn't okay, so buy through the Laura Geller website. They always have crazy sales. So they were having like a 60% off sale. And I put it in my cart and I was like, okay, I'm going to leave this in my cart, see if I think about it. If I keep thinking about it, I'll check out. That's what I like to do. I was kind of thinking about it, but then I went onto the shop app to check when another one of my orders was going to come in. We'll talk about what that is when I get it in, which I think is today. The shop app was like, hey, you have stuff in your cart, and we're also going to give you $10 off. So I got both of these for $30. Not bad. Like they're both $15. It's pretty, right? Yeah. I think I like it. I'm going to go do some nails. My nickname is quite literally Nin. I should be a bigger Nine Inch Nails fan. There is no freaking you, there is only me. I like how he named the album after the worst song on the album. There are parts that I really love and parts that I'm like, I could have done without this part. But what it did do is make me think that I should do the Greg Puciato side project listening extravaganza. Because sometimes he reminds me of him. He reminds me of Greg. He scares me. He's in Jerry Cantrell's solo project, and Kevin and I saw Jerry Cantrell, and Greg Puciato was there in his puffer vest, and I was just praying that he didn't come out of shit-throwing retirement at the show that I was at. When I was done listening to With Teeth, I did put on Killer Be Killed, and Killer Be Killed is Greg Puciato's side project with Troy Sanders, who I freaking love, and Ben Kohler, and the guy from Sepultura. So disrespectful. Sepultura should be the next episode, right? Max Cavalera. Why should I know Killer Be Killed, but I don't know Sepultura? Why should I know Greg Puciato's side project when I don't know Nine Inch Nails? That's the point of this, right? Gotta educate myself. Why should I be on social media obsessing over 600-pound women when I have never even seen The Social Network? Anyway, you want to see some nails? These are not 9-inch nails. These are short. This one is Krecha Fecha. Not for me, but it could be for you. These I like better. These are mystery. Okay. I think I'm going to take a break so that I don't get dry rot. I do have a little bit of dry rot. Somebody has to have a with nails deep dive on YouTube, right? I'm I'm gonna find one, I'm gonna watch it, and then you'll see me again. All right, I'm back. Can you tell how tired I am? I could not find like a good deep dive on the album. I thought there would be one because it's the one that he wrote after going to rehab. So it seems like a good deep dive topic, but I digress. I got the other order in. It's Colourpop. I needed a backup of my favorite. This is the For Your Eyes Only kit. The Try Harder, the Movi one, is what I use on my lips. It's my favorite. It's a shadow stick, but I use it on my lips. I decided to go for the new Silver Linings palette and glosses. It's really gray. I thought maybe it would be a bit more like brown, like a touch brown. It's very gray. And they're weird, very glittery. But I think I'm going to end up liking that. Yeah. For like a wet look highlight, that's kind of, I think it might be good. Look how tired I am. Should I wait until tomorrow to do this? Yeah, that's nice. What about one of these? It's weird. I wonder if these are like you have to wet them. They're different. And I'm hoping that these glosses will be kind of like a good replacement. Always a good replacement for the Patrick Ta one that I love. Colourpop, dude. Is this gonna be my last Colourpop order? Tastes like Christmas mint. It keeps getting all over the place. These are not that cheap. I don't like how this color looks. Ooh. It's a little bit weird to come out with a cool tone palette right now. But I was intrigued because I was in such a cool tone vibe for a while. But the nice weather coming. Look, I'm gonna go to a rave. I did watch a Trent Reznor interview from around the time. What was I thinking? So I watched an interview, and my first reaction was, he's Ralph Bighead.
Ladies and gentlemen, I feel like I've kind of come out of a coma, and it's like I'm trying to figure out, wow, how did I get to be this age, you know?
See you tomorrow. I just made you up to hurt myself. And it worked. Yes, it did. I'm like 2.5 listens through it, and I'm so into it now. So into it. Do you know the song Soil to the Sun by Cage the Elephant? Something about it is exactly like Hand That Feeds. Don't know how to explain it, but they're the same. Okay, anyway, what do we think of the cool tone makeup look? I'm still using the Laura Geller. The lip glosses are still leaking all over the place. Did I pop off? Do I look more like somebody who listens to 9 Inch Nails now? I'm wearing my Chris Angel Mind Freak shirt that I got at Ross. Thought it would fit the vibe. I was thinking about going back to Ross. I'm all out of dry shampoo, and they have a crap ton. And who wants to spend full price for dry shampoo? Like $16 for dry shampoo. It's one of those things that's like, ugh, I don't want to spend that. I did wake up with a little bit of a headache. I do have a little bit of dry rot. Do I want to give myself the day off from doing any nails and art today? Maybe I'll get out of the house and go to Ross and get dry shampoo so I can, like, you know, do something. Maybe I can find a new liquid liner there too. They had a lot of makeup and a lot of perfumes. JLo Glow. My birthday is next month, and I'm already like, it's my birthday. I'm buying it. I'm a Taurus. Somebody watching just said it makes so much sense now. We'll see where the wind takes us. Listen to the second half of with the teeth. I still think that might be the worst one on the album. Forgot my microphone, but I wanted to do outside lighting for the makeup. I think I've looked better. I already did. I went to Ross, picked up more than I wanted, but I had to. I'll show you when we get home. And then I went to the store and picked up lemons, tea, and cottage cheese, the good kind. I put a sweater over the shirt that I bought at Ross, so I wasn't wearing a shirt that I bought at Ross in Ross. It's the kind of shit I think about. All right, let's do a haul. This is a 2-pack of liquid eyeliner for $5. It's from a brand that it's just one of those Ross brands. We'll see how it works. I can work with it. They actually had a lot of good makeup there, and I had to like stop myself. There are other things that I bought that I maybe should have stopped myself, but okay. And here's the dry shampoo. They actually this time did not have that much dry shampoo. It's gonna smell like crazy. Smells like the beer distributor. Okay, and then I like to do my toes with regular nail polish, and all the ones that I have are so old and decrepit. So I picked up this one. 9 West, who knew? A nail glue. Extra strong, #1 glue. $4. This was $6. The nail polishes. Dry shampoo was $6.49. Okay. Here's where I got a little bit crazy. This isn't that crazy, but if you watched my last video, I got a decant of Dior Pure Poison. They don't have Dior Pure Poison at Ross, but JLo Glow. The notes are very similar. In the video I said that it reminds me of my mom, the Pure Poison. My mom had this at one point. I wonder if this is what it reminds me of. Now, they have home stuff in Ross. I had no idea. And I desperately have to up pot my plants. $10 for this nice big one. I went for this one because $10 is a good deal for this huge planter. Now, this next one is more expensive. This was $17. And I went back and forth as to whether I wanted this, but I've never seen anything like this. I love the color. I love it. I had to have it. So I picked this up and I said, I'm done. I spent a little over $50, which you should expect every time you leave the house anyway, right? So, and if you love it, I love it. You know what I mean? So I was looking to see if anything was broken. It's missing a petal, but it doesn't look like it's broken. It looks like, you know what I mean? Like the petal fell off before it got glazed. You know what I mean? So it's more like a defect than a broken piece. I can put it in the corner. I really like it. So I don't feel bad. Should I smell the JLo Glow? I'm a little bit worried because I do have a little bit of a headache still. I didn't put any perfume on today, but JLo Glow is $13. This is a good size bottle. This does get rave reviews. It's definitely not Pure Poison. Yeah, it's soapy, but like bubblegum soapy. I don't know if does it have tuberose? It is no Dior Pure Poison. Yeah, bubblegum. Kind of sunscreen, which I like. It's not as clean as I was expecting it to be. I like it. It can probably grow on me more. Open this crap. I'm gonna try my eyeliner. I actually do think the shape makes it easy to do a wing. I'm not blown away, but $5 for two, I'll take it. Now that the weather's getting nicer, we can up-pot my plants outside. Last year, I had a garden, and I grew everything from seed, and I grew it all inside. But this year, with the weather being so bad, I wasn't even thinking about it. I might just do flowers this year. But my houseplants are so mad at me. They're so mad at me. And I had that 3-month-long spell of being sick every month. And because I could hardly take care of myself, I wasn't taking care of my houseplants. So they've been mad at me since then. We're going to watch The Social Network. I'm also going to watch Alpha Dog. I'm going to go watch The Social Network because I haven't done that yet. It's the day off. Guess who woke up with dry rot today anyway? Even though I took off all day yesterday. Me. Woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Had a banana so that I can have some Excedrin. So I don't have caffeine and aspirin on an empty stomach. And then I stood in the bathroom and looked at myself in the mirror for 40 minutes until it went away. I did my toenails and I watched The Social Network yesterday. I will not show you my toes, but I did decide to do it on my nails so you can see the color anyway. I haven't used regular nail polish on my hands in forever. And not that bad. Regular polish is the pits, but not bad. So kind of speaking of, Double Rhythm. If you do gel polish, I would like to recommend this. For $35, you get six polishes in these creamy colors. And they come with the swatch display. I bought these to put up in the shop so that I can have some new nude plain solid color nails up. I tried out these two today and they're so creamy, just really nice to work with. So the customer who ordered these two sets, she does not like her nails to be see-through. So that's why I decided to try these to see if they work as a good opaque base, and they do. So this one is Surfer Girl in the shop. It is going to look a little bit different because it has a different base than on the shop. But if you would like to order and request a solid base, there's no problem doing that. And then this one is Deep Space Violet Nova. These came out excellent. So good. Now let's talk about my makeup. I've already been wearing this for a little bit. I wanted to come on when it was fresh, but I forgot that the landscapers were coming to do a cleanup. So I didn't want the microphone to pick up anything. So I still have to watch Alpha Dog. The Social Network, great movie. I can see why so many bros have it in their top 4 on Letterboxd. I can. I want to be able to talk about this like Hollywood isn't a cesspool, separate the art from the artist, because Justin Timberlake is in it, and Armie Hammer, double Armie Hammer. What's scarier than one Armie Hammer? 2 Armie Hammers. But everybody's performance was so good. I do love Justin Timberlake for that kind of character. He's perfect for that kind of character. And I mean, Andrew Garfield and Jesse Eisenberg are so good. I'm pretty sure they're still good guys. But what I think is interesting is how many times you find out that so many great inventions and ideas were stolen I had no idea that Facebook was stolen. What a douchebag. Which one of you unsubscribed? It's okay, I don't blame you. I feel like I have a lot to talk about. I'm having like a bad day. Nothing too serious, but you know, not in the mood. I tried to do like a mix of the cool toned and warm toned. And I know I said that the Laura Geller bronzer wasn't orange, but with the cool tone eyes, I feel like it's been looking orange. So I think I like the Laura Geller stuff. Today, I put it on over my serum foundation trick because I feel like it wasn't giving me enough coverage. And I also like to give it something to stick to. Back in the day when I used to wear Bare Minerals, I used to like to put on tinted moisturizer and then Bare Minerals. So to harken back to those days, I do my serum foundation trick. Some of this, and put in a serum. This is the Cosrx PDRN. And it just gives like a light coverage foundation. And then I put the powder on top. And I think my skin looks pretty. I like the bronzer. But the Colourpop stuff I don't think I love. And I'm a little bit upset that I ordered something that I don't love. Which brings me to more things that I ordered that I don't love. I placed a huge order from Old Navy. Like I said, it's my birthday for the next 2 months. And I hate everything. I mean, there were some things that I was like, this is okay, but I'm so pissed off about the whole thing that I'm returning everything. I hate to be that guy who returns everything. Like, I know that the person behind the counter is going to be so peeved. But everything looks so cheap and not like what's on the website. Everything was half off. I almost wonder if it's like Old Navy outlet and they're not even like letting anybody know. So like with outlet stores, you're getting the same thing but made with cheaper materials. That's what this feels like. Like I bought outlet stuff without knowing. Sure, it feels like a $10 article of clothing, but I think that I'm getting a $20 piece for $10. Do you know what I mean? So I wasn't going to show anything. This is all I'm going to show. I got these 2 pairs of pants. They are the same piece, but like it's some kind of fancy. I love this piece. They're from the same listing, same size. One of them is 2 inches shorter than the other one. So I almost kept these, but I'm so pissed that all of it's going back. Can you tell? I'm holding them at the same spot. Culottes. I don't remember buying culottes. Everything was so cheap and unflattering and made me feel bad about myself. I don't want anything if I don't love it. So that's the bad news. The good news is that now, according to girl math, I have free money. And maybe I will buy a full bottle of Dior Pure Poison. Take back clothes that I don't love for a perfume that I do love. And then that will be it. I'll never have to buy another perfume ever again. That's not happening. But now let me show you what I do love that I got. This is one of the Free People tops that I got on Poshmark, new with tags, and in gray. So I have this in cream and black, and I never wear them. But I was like, man, would I love a gray one. And the website doesn't have, but I guess they had at one point, and it's like a blue-gray almost. I love it. And I've never worn this shirt because it doesn't stay in place. So this like keeps it in place. The colors are similar but a little bit off, which I love. Now, maybe cool tones don't look good on me. Maybe I'm finding that out. But this feels so me. So that's a win. But now I have to think, what kind of makeup am I going to wear with something like this? I watched Alpha Dog last night. In some ways, it's not as good as I remember, but in some ways, it is as good as I remember. But I think the parts that I loved back in the day, I think are the parts that I don't love now. I remember watching it and being like, Ben Foster is the best actor I've ever seen in my life. And now I see it and I think, this is so much overacting from Ben Foster. And there's the part where he gets into a fight at the party and he goes full blown Jet Li. I'm like, I don't believe this for shit. Now my takeaway is that there is way more Justin Timberlake in this movie than I remember. Like, to me, this is a Justin Timberlake movie. I remember it being more like an Anton Yelchin movie, who I get sad thinking about him. So I remember it being more like an Anton Yelchin movie and Ben Foster movie. It's a Justin Timberlake movie, and Justin Timberlake is great in it. I hate to say it, Justin Timberlake is a good actor. I do think it was a little bit long. I thought it had some pacing issues. I think it could have been edited down. Everybody loves it on Letterboxd. I don't think I'm as crazy about it as everybody on Letterboxd, but I think it's a great movie and it's worth watching. And it's actually interesting to watch it after watching The Social Network, because both of them kind of start out as different movies. They both start out and I'm like, oh, these are like teenage party movies. I'm like, I think I'm too old for this kind of movie anymore. And then they turn into like dark, serious movies. And I'm like, I'm not too old for this. And The Social Network and Alpha Dog are absolutely stacked casts. I surprise Lucas Haas at the end of Alpha Dog. I do not remember that. Bruce Willis and Sharon Stone were great. And what it really makes me want to revisit is The Chum Scrubber. It has another stacked cast. It has Jamie Bell in it, who is like those young actors of the time, so good. And Lou Taylor Pucci. Ray Fiennes is in it, and Glenn Close. It's a great, weird, lesser-known film. I would recommend that. And if you like The Chum Scrubber, I would recommend Thumbsucker, which also has Lou Taylor Pucci and Keanu Reeves. I love both of those movies. They are worth looking into. If anybody was wondering, I rented the DVDs from the library and played them on my PlayStation 5. So something for you to think about too. Okay, Nine Inch Nails with Teeth. I really liked it. But here's how I'm going to grade the music. Would I buy a full price copy of it on vinyl? A full price copy of With Teeth on vinyl is around $40 to $50. I would not. Would I buy a used copy that was cheaper? Would I buy a used CD that was cheaper? Yes. But I will not pay full price for that. But I did really like it. So there are so many things that I listen to that are inspired by Nine Inch Nails, and that's why I decided to go for Nine Inch Nails. So what I would like to recommend is the band Health. I would start with the album Slaves of Fear and go from there. And I would recommend The Annex. I would start with the album Night Vision. Okay. Be honest with me. Feel free to let me know if you like that I'm reviewing things. Did you find me from my reviews? Because that also will help me decide if this is the right thing to do. I said next episode will be Sepultura. I also did not know that Max Cavalera left the band after 1997, but the album Roots is the one that I always see is like the album. I'm going with Roots. He was still in the band. And I will be doing Face Off Decided that 2 seconds ago. I'm going to do Face Off with Nicolas Cage and John Travolta. I've never seen it. I remember being a kid and seeing that at Blockbuster, the box art. Okay, if you made it to the end of this video, I would really like to thank you. It means the world to me. And I hope you would consider sticking around, liking, commenting, and subscribing. I will see you next time. Bye.